What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be hatching some shiny Pokemon. I was minding my own business, EV training my Bulbasaur, when I got a private message on Reddit from Steven here in the video, and he was asking me if I would hatch his egg so that it would be shiny. If you haven't heard of this way to get shinies, it's a little bit of an exploit, but you've hatched legitimate Pokemon, and I'll put a link to the program in the description. The program is called Instacheck Hotspot. It's a checker for Pokemon X and Y, and what you do is you basically, I won't get into too many details here because we just want to see this shiny and that it works, but basically you connect to your this hotspot with your DS, use it as an internet connection, and then you open up a trade with another player, and the Instachecker allows you to get your shiny value. Now every trainer has a shiny value. Mine happens to be 803, and Steven made a bunch of eggs, and he found a Pokemon that he liked with the EVs and IVs that he wanted, with a egg value, a shiny value of 803. Now since his egg has a value of 803, he needs me to hatch it for him since my shiny value is 803. Now this is going to make a lot more sense when you can see the program in action, check the links, but it's a guaranteed way to get shinies. It's a guaranteed way to get competitive shinies, because you know exactly what you're going to get in this egg. You just have to give it to the right person to hatch it for you. So I happen to be the right person for Steven here, and I think he actually gives me 2 eggs. He had 2 with my value, so we're going to see that this works twice. You know, there's no way that without using this Instachecker program, nobody could possibly know what's going to come out of these eggs. I mean, so I'm going to trade over just a couple of junk Pokemon that I don't really, care to lose. But I'm just going to trade him a couple of things over for these eggs. And then I'm going to hatch them for him. And if he's done everything, I have no way at this point to verify that he's sending me eggs with the right value, with that 803 value. I wasn't hooked up at the time of the trade, but I'm just going to assume that everything's right on his end, and he knows exactly what he's sending me, because I know that my code is 803. So once again, once you can find your shiny value as a trainer, I use Reddit personally. I know that there's a lot of people's Twitch channels are keeping lists, game FAQs. There's probably a whole bunch of places where you can cross-check your shiny value and find people to hatch your eggs and have people come to you to hatch their eggs. I use Reddit. So far so good. With Reddit, they have a big list with a lot of users. You can get a reference thread going, so everybody can know, that you're going to give the eggs back. So we've got the 2 eggs from Steven, and I'm going to get on my bike here and we'll get rolling. So I'll kind of review what you need to do again. And again, if you don't know anything about this method, you're just tuning in to watch me hatch these shinies, this isn't going to make a lot of sense, but I am going to put links in the description. First thing you need to know is your shiny value. And to get your shiny value, you need to click on the link below and download the Instacheck Hotspot. Now, there's going to be a lot of instructions, which I won't go over here. You need to read through everything and make sure it works. It's going to work for you. You got to be able to turn your connection into a hotspot that this program can run through. So that's the first thing. Get the Instacheck Hotspot. Get your hotspot set up. Connect your DS to it. Now, I will say that if you are unable to create a hotspot, if you don't have the necessary hardware, internet, you're using your phone is a hotspot. If it's just not going to work out for you, you can, it's going to take some searching, but you can find people that are gracious enough to check it for you. They just have to have the Instacheck, and you have to trade with them and just put up a Pokemon that you've caught in the wild or hatched yourself, not that you've gotten from somewhere else, and they can tell you your shiny value. It's going to be much easier. Here's our first shiny. So Steven's egg is hatching, value of 803, and there's our shiny Zangoose. So he was right, giving me the 803 code shiny value egg, and I had the value to hatch it for him, and there's his shiny. He's sending me a hatch power to get this ball rolling, because I'm sure, I haven't had anyone hatch a shiny for me yet. I haven't done my breeding and my codes. I've just hatched them for people, but I would be sweating bullets wondering if I'm getting my perfect IV spread shiny back. I mean, don't get scammed, guys. That's why I use Reddit, and they have reference threads. And the shiny Froakie hatched not long after. Let me squeak that in there, but I would be sweating bullets. I would never take anybody's shiny Pokemon, but I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that would have a hard time giving these back. So I'm going to go ahead and send him his Pokemon back, his shinies, and I'm pretty jelly. So here they go. Send them back to Steven. Anyway, where was I? The Instacheck. Someone can check your value for you if you're unable to get the hotspot. But it will be a hassle when you want to check eggs, because having someone check a whole bunch of eggs for you is going to be a hassle. You either have to know, yeah. You're going to have to figure that out. It's just follow the instructions on the Instacheck hotspot. See if it's going to work for you. If it's not going to work for you, then there are other options, but that's the best way. But once you have your shiny value number, you can go to Reddit, you can go to wherever you prefer to trade, whichever community you're in, Smogon, whatever, and usually they have a list of codes, a document, a Google document where you can submit your shiny value and see other people's shiny values. Now, once you know your shiny value and list it, people could approach you and say, okay, I have an egg with your shiny value number. Would you be so gracious as to hatch it for me? And you can hatch it for them. Then for you to get your shinies, you'll need to check the shiny values on the eggs you're creating. So the Instacheck hotspot is going to make that way easier for you if you have to have someone else do it for you. Not going to be so cool, but it'll work. So once, say I'm trying to breed a shiny Ralts. So I get 20 eggs, and I want to check them because they both had 5 IV parents, and I've got 20 eggs. So I want to check these eggs and see what IVs they have. So I get on the Instacheck hotspot. I find somebody to trade with just to check. Usually you can find people willing to let you check. You go through all the values of your eggs, and then you find your modest, perfect IV Ralts. And so you remember where that egg is, and then you can check the shiny value on that egg. Let's say, just for example, the shiny value on your perfect Ralts is 3027. Okay, now that you have that egg with your perfect Ralts, you have to go out to Reddit, to Twitch, Game FAQs, Smogon. I mean, there's a million places. You need to find this person with the shiny value of 3027. So then you ask them to You ask them to hatch the egg for you, they agree, they hatch it, it's shiny, you're on your way. I'm going a little over my video here, guys. Check out the links in the description and it'll get you on your way to using this method. As you can see in the video, I just proved that it's possible. I just hatched 2 legit shiny Pokemon. I mean, it's a bit of a numbers exploit, but the Pokemon themselves are legit. You can use them competitively, and good or bad, we're going to have shinies everywhere, guys. I'm going to be coming out with, this is the first of much more Pokemon content. I'm going to be getting Twitch. I just ordered a capture card. I'm going to be getting a Twitch stream going. So like my videos, keep an eye out on me for Twitch. My DS is in production now. It's going to be a few weeks out. So thanks for watching and keep hatching them shinies.